Have you ever felt like you're living someone else's life, a story borrowed from the expectations and noise of the world around you? That restless feeling, as if you're drowning in a sea of chaos, anxiety, and endless distractions, while the real you drifts farther away. This video takes you on a journey deep within, the true battleground, where control and freedom are one. It's not out there in unpredictable events or opinions of others, but inside your own mind, where your emotions, choices, and power to respond reside. Here you'll discover 12 Stoic habits, timeless anchors that empower you to reclaim sovereignty over your life. These aren't just abstract ideas. They are practical tools that transform chaos into calm, noise into silence, distraction into focus. From mastering the art of reflection and embracing silence, to learning how to say no and act consciously, each habit guides you back to your core, the unshakable calm beneath the storm. This journey isn't about avoiding crises. It's about confronting them with courage, recognizing them as opportunities to shed what doesn't belong and return to what truly matters. In a world frantic for validation and external control, Stoicism reveals an unexpected truth. Ultimate strength springs from within, rooted in authenticity, presence, and self-mastery. By the end of this video, you won't just understand these habits. You'll feel them stirring something deep inside, igniting your own path to a meaningful, controlled, and serene life. Stick around, because the transformation you seek isn't out there. It's waiting quietly inside you. 1, 2, 18, 12. Look within first. Commit to inner reflection. 2. Choose serenity, calm as an unshakable decision. 3. Embrace silence. Protect your peace from the noise. 4. Master your emotions. Respond, don't react. 5. Say no to preserve your energy and authenticity. 6. Act consciously. Let feelings guide, not control. 7. Live in the present. Courage through focused attention. Detach from what isn't yours. Release external attachments. Root yourself firmly. Find strength in your core values. 10. Face crisis as opportunity. Return to what really matters. 11. Cultivate calm. Find power in stillness. 12. Be authentically you, the true source of strength. If what you've heard so far resonates with you, if it's sparking something true within, please take a moment to like this video and consider sharing it with someone who might be navigating their own storm. Your support helps these timeless ideas reach more minds seeking clarity and control. Now, let's continue our journey, moving from mastering our immediate reactions to embracing the profound stability that comes from aligning with our deepest selves. 7. Live in the present. Courage through focused attention. We live in a world that constantly pulls us away from the now. Our minds are perpetual time travelers, either dwelling on the past, replaying regrets, savoring nostalgia, or projecting into the future, planning, worrying, fantasizing. But the Stoics understood a fundamental truth. The only arena for action, for growth, for genuine living, is this precise moment. The past is gone, unchangeable. The future is a phantom, a tapestry woven from possibilities and uncertainties. To truly live, to truly be, requires courage. The courage to anchor your attention firmly in the present. This isn't just about mindfulness, though that's certainly a part of it. It's about recognizing that your power to respond, to choose, to influence, exists exclusively in the now. When you're caught in the whirlwind of past regrets or future anxieties, you surrender your agency. You become a passenger in your own mind, driven by ghosts and phantoms. Consider your daily life. How often do you truly experience the simple act of eating a meal, tasting each flavor, feeling each texture? How often do you truly listen when someone speaks, not just waiting for your turn to talk, but absorbing their words, their unspoken cues? How often do you fully immerse yourself in a task, shutting out the myriad distractions screaming for your attention? For many of us, the answer is not often enough. This constant mental fragmentation leads to a fragmented life. We feel scattered, overwhelmed, and ironically, less productive. The Stoics would argue that this is a failure of attention, the most valuable resource you possess. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, repeatedly calls us back to the present, reminding us that nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. And that retreat is found by dwelling where you are, with what you have, with the task at hand. Living in the present demands a conscious redirecting of your focus, repeatedly bringing your mind back to where your body is. It's a deliberate act of courage because it means facing reality head-on without the escape routes of fantasy or regret. It means engaging with the actual challenges and joys of this moment, not the ones you wish you had or fear are coming. The benefits are profound: reduced anxiety, enhanced clarity, deeper connections, and a profound sense of groundedness. When you commit to being present, you discover that true strength doesn't come from anticipating every possible outcome, but from fully engaging with the only outcome that truly matters, the one happening right now. It is in this focused attention that you begin to reclaim your sovereignty over your life, one moment at a time. As Seneca reminds us, while we are postponing, life speeds by. Don't postpone your life. Live it now. Detach from what isn't yours. Release external attachments. One of the most liberating, yet often misunderstood, Stoic habits is the practice of detaching from what isn't truly yours. What does this mean? It refers to everything outside the realm of your direct control. External events, the opinions of others, your reputation, your possessions, your health, even the weather. In essence, anything that can be taken away from you without your consent. We spend an inordinate amount of mental and emotional energy clinging to these externals, as if our happiness, our worth, or our very identity depends on them. We chase material wealth, obsess over social media likes, fret about how others perceive us, and despair when things don't go our way. This clinging, the Stoics observed, is the root of much of our suffering. When we invest our peace in things beyond our control, we hand over the keys to our inner citadel to the fickle winds of fate. Detachment is not apathy or indifference. It's not about becoming emotionless or withdrawing from the world. On the contrary, it's about engaging with the world more fully, but without letting your inner tranquility be held hostage by its unpredictability. You can still work hard for a promotion, strive for recognition, care deeply for your loved ones, and appreciate beautiful possessions. The difference lies in your relationship to these things. You enjoy them while they are present, but you are not devastated if they are lost, because your fundamental well-being isn't tied to their existence. Think of it this way: your peace of mind is your most precious possession. Would you willingly give it to someone else to control? Yet every time you attach your happiness to an external outcome, I'll be happy if I get that job. I'll be secure when I have that much money. I'll feel loved if they approve of me. You are doing precisely that. You are placing your inner state in the hands of external forces, empowering them to dictate your emotional landscape. The Stoic practice of the dichotomy of control is central here. Distinguish clearly between what is within your power, your thoughts, judgments, desires, actions, and what is not. When you detach from externals, you are simply acknowledging this fundamental distinction. You are saying, I will do my best. I will apply myself diligently, but the outcome is not solely mine to determine, and therefore my peace will not hinge upon it. This release brings an incredible sense of freedom. When you no longer fear losing what isn't truly yours, you become less anxious, more resilient, and genuinely more robust in the face of life's inevitable setbacks. It frees up your mental energy from constant worrying and allows you to focus on what you can control: your character, your effort, and your response. True strength doesn't come from possessing many things, but from needing few and valuing what truly belongs to you, your inner world above all else. 9. Root yourself firmly. Find strength in your core values. In a world that constantly shifts beneath our feet, where trends come and go, opinions clash, and societal pressures exert a relentless pull, it's easy to feel adrift. We might find ourselves trying to conform, seeking external validation, or simply unsure of which path to take when faced with complex decisions. The Stoics offer a powerful antidote to this instability: rooting yourself firmly in your core values. Your core values are the immutable principles that define who you are, what you stand for, and how you choose to navigate the world. They are your internal compass, guiding your choices, actions, and reactions, regardless of external circumstances or popular opinion. For the Stoics, these values revolved around virtue, wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. But for each of us, while these virtues might form the bedrock, other deeply held principles, like integrity, compassion, authenticity, growth, or service, might also be paramount. The challenge in modern life is that we rarely take the time to consciously identify these values. We often inherit them, absorb them from culture, or simply operate on autopilot. But a life unexamined is a life undirected. When you haven't explicitly defined your core values, you become susceptible to external influences. You might say yes to things that drain you, pursue goals that don't truly fulfill you, or compromise your integrity for temporary gain, all because you lack a clear internal standard. To root yourself firmly means to embark on an honest self-inquiry. What truly matters to you, independent of what others expect or what popular culture dictates? What principles, if consistently upheld, would make you proud of the person you are becoming? This isn't about creating a rigid moral code, but about fostering inner congruence, ensuring that your actions align with your deepest beliefs. Once identified, these values become your unwavering anchor. When faced with a difficult decision, say choosing between a high-paying job that compromises your ethics and a less lucrative one that aligns with your integrity, your values provide clarity. They eliminate the noise and reveal the true path, even if it's the more challenging one. The strength derived from living in alignment with your values is immense. It fosters self-respect, reduces internal conflict, and builds an unshakable confidence that comes from knowing you are true to yourself. This isn't just an abstract philosophical exercise. It's a practical tool for navigating the complexities of daily life. When the winds of change blow hard, when criticism comes your way, or when the easy path tempts you to compromise. Your values are the deep roots that keep you standing tall. They provide the inner stability that frees you from the need for external validation, allowing you to build a life of authentic purpose and enduring strength, regardless of what the world throws at you. 10. Face crisis as opportunity. Return to what really matters. Crisis. The very word often conjures images of fear, disruption, and despair. Our natural inclination is to avoid it, to lament it, or to wish it away. But for the Stoics, crisis wasn't merely an unwelcome interruption. It was a potent catalyst, a profound opportunity. They understood that adversity, far from being an impediment, often is the way. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way, as Marcus Aurelius so powerfully observed. In our modern world, we strive for comfort and predictability, often creating elaborate systems to insulate ourselves from discomfort and failure. Yet, life inevitably delivers its blows: a job loss, a broken relationship, a health scare, a global pandemic, financial hardship. These moments of upheaval, while painful, serve a crucial purpose. They strip away the superficial. They dismantle our illusions, expose our attachments, habit 8, and challenge our comfortable routines. This stripping away is precisely where the opportunity lies. Crisis forces a return to what really matters. When everything external is in flux, we are compelled to look inward. What remains when your job, your financial security, or your social standing is threatened? What do you lean on when your carefully constructed plans collapse? It's in these moments that we discover the true strength of our character, the resilience of our spirit, and the unwavering nature of our core values. Habit 9. A crisis is a real-time training ground for virtue. It demands courage in the face of fear, wisdom in navigating uncertainty, justice in how we treat others and ourselves under pressure, and temperance in managing our emotions. It's not about embracing suffering with a smile. It's about acknowledging the difficulty while actively seeking what can be learned, what can be built, and what can be controlled in the midst of chaos. Consider the entrepreneur who faces bankruptcy, learning invaluable lessons about resilience and pivoting, or the individual battling illness, gaining a profound appreciation for health and the present moment, or a community facing natural disaster, rediscovering the power of human connection and mutual aid. In each instance, the crisis, while undeniably painful, serves as a harsh but effective teacher, often revealing strengths and priorities that were previously obscured by the ease of everyday life. This Stoic habit isn't about pretending everything is fine. It's about a radical acceptance of reality and a proactive search for the lesson within the challenge. It's about shifting your perception from "why is this happening to me?" to "what is this trying to teach me? How can I respond virtuously and effectively?" By reframing crisis as an opportunity, you transform moments of potential despair into catalysts for profound growth, solidifying your inner strength and bringing you closer to your true, unshakable self. You don't just survive the storm, you emerge from it with a clearer understanding of your capabilities and a firmer grasp on what truly matters in your life. 11. Cultivate calm. Find power in stillness. In our hyper-connected, always-on world, stillness often feels like a luxury or even a weakness. We equate busyness with productivity, constant stimulation with engagement, and an overflowing schedule with a meaningful life. But the Stoics understood that true power, the kind that endures and influences, doesn't come from external noise, but from internal calm. Cultivating calm is not the absence of activity. It is the presence of an unshaken inner core, a tranquility that allows for clear thought and deliberate action, even amidst external storms. Think of a deep ocean. While the surface may be agitated by waves and winds, the depths remain still and profound. This is the calm the Stoics aimed to cultivate within their own minds. It's a state of ataraxia, or profound tranquility, not born of indifference, but of reasoned judgment and virtue. It means that while events around you may be chaotic and unpredictable, your internal response remains steady, guided by reason rather than reactive emotion. How do we cultivate this calm in a world designed to constantly disrupt it? It begins with intentional practices. Just as you train your body, you must train your mind. This might involve setting aside moments for genuine silence, without your phone, without background noise, just you and your thoughts. It could be mindful breathing exercises, where you focus solely on the rhythm of your breath, grounding yourself in the present moment. It might be the deliberate act of disconnecting from digital inputs for a period each day, allowing your mind to rest and recalibrate. The power of stillness is immense. When you are calm, you can observe situations more objectively, without the distortion of anxiety or anger. You can make better decisions because your judgment isn't clouded by impulsive reactions. You can respond thoughtfully, rather than lashing out or withdrawing. This inner calm allows you to be a steady presence for others, offering a beacon of reason and reassurance when they are caught in their own turmoil. Consider the leader who remains composed during a crisis, inspiring confidence and guiding their team through uncertainty. Or the individual who faces personal adversity with quiet resilience, demonstrating strength that doesn't need to be loud or dramatic. Their power comes not from external force, but from an internal reservoir of calm that allows them to access their wisdom and courage when it's most needed. Cultivating calm is a habit that requires consistent effort, but its rewards are immeasurable. It fortifies your inner citadel, making it impenetrable to the vagaries of fortune. It transforms you from a victim of circumstances into a master of your own mental landscape. It grants you the ultimate freedom, the ability to choose your response, to find clarity in confusion, and to embody strength, not in outward display, but in the serene depth of your own being. In this stillness, you discover a profound and enduring power that no external event can diminish. Be authentically you, the true source of strength. We've journeyed through habits of introspection, emotional mastery, mindful presence, detachment, value alignment, and embracing adversity. Each step has been a shedding of the inauthentic, a stripping away of the borrowed stories and external expectations that keep us from our true selves. This final habit, be authentically you, is the culmination of this entire Stoic path. It is the realization that the ultimate source of strength doesn't lie in imitation, conformity, or external validation, but in the profound integrity of your own unique, rational self. From the moment we're born, we're bombarded with signals about who we should be. Society, family, peers, and now the omnipresent digital world paint pictures of success, happiness, and desirability. We often adopt these personas, creating a gap between who we truly are and who we present ourselves to be. This constant performance, this effort to maintain a facade, is exhausting. It fragments our energy, breeds anxiety, and ultimately disconnects us from our inner power. It's the borrowed story we talked about at the very beginning of this video. To be authentically you, from a Stoic perspective, means to live in accordance with your nature, your rational, virtuous self. It means aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with your deepest core values. Habit 9, regardless of whether they are popular, convenient, or externally rewarded. It's about shedding the fear of judgment, the need for approval, and the impulse to contort yourself into someone you're not to fit in. This isn't an invitation to selfishness or recklessness. Rather, it's an imperative for integrity. When you are authentic, your decisions are clear, your intentions are pure, and your energy is unified. There is no internal conflict between who you are and who you pretend to be. This congruence breeds a powerful inner calm and confidence that cannot be shaken. Your strength becomes inherent, not dependent on fluctuating external opinions or circumstances. Consider the immense relief that comes from simply being yourself, from speaking your truth, tempered with wisdom and kindness, and from acting in alignment with what you genuinely believe. This isn't always easy. Authenticity often demands courage. The courage to stand apart, to say no when everyone else is saying yes. Habit 5. To face the discomfort of being misunderstood. The strength it cultivates is unparalleled. When you are authentically you, you are no longer a leaf buffeted by every passing wind. You become a tree, deeply rooted, reaching towards the light, unshaken by external forces because your power originates from within. You attract relationships and opportunities that resonate with your true self, rather than those based on a false image. Your contributions become more meaningful because they flow from your genuine being. This journey of embracing Stoic habits is ultimately a journey back to yourself, to the calm, rational, and virtuous core that resides within. It's about reclaiming your sovereignty over your inner world, understanding that ultimate strength is not about controlling what's outside, but mastering what's within. And in that self-mastery, in that profound authenticity, you discover a source of power that will sustain you through any storm, allowing you to live a life that is truly meaningful, truly controlled, and truly serene. Unquote. In the end, all these habits converge on one profound truth. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This isn't just a philosophical idea from Marcus Aurelius. It's an invitation to a different way of living, a path to unshakable serenity. The chaos of the world will always rage. The distractions will always beckon. The expectations will always press. But you now possess the tools, the timeless wisdom, to build an inner sanctuary, a fortress of calm and control from which you can truly live. The question now isn't what will the world throw at you, but rather, what will you build within yourself? Which of these 12 habits will you embrace today to reclaim your story, to truly be authentically you? Take a moment to reflect on that. And if this journey has resonated with you, if it stirred something true within your own being, please like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and leave a comment below telling me which habit you're most committed to cultivating. Your engagement helps this community grow and allows these profound Stoic principles to reach more people seeking clarity and inner strength in a chaotic world. Thank you for being here and for embarking on this vital journey within.